Hi, I'm Rod Thomas from Axis Property Investment, and it's going to be my pleasure to show you how we help our investors make exceptional profits through investing in the USA. This is going to be a 6-part series. We're going to talk a little bit about the USA and Axis. We're going to show you why you should invest now and actually reveal 3 very profitable strategies. And then we're going to cover off 4 different areas of the USA that we believe are absolutely ripe for investment today. That's Florida, Detroit, Buffalo in New York State, and Memphis in Tennessee. You might be asking yourself, how can some English guy stand here and talk to you about investing in the USA? So let me just share a little bit of my background, which will help you to understand. I've actually been investing in property for over 30 years, and I've built a fairly substantial international portfolio. I've also been involved in running Axis Property Investment now for the last 5 years, and in that time our entire focus has been on investment in the UK and the USA. I also have a brother who lives and works in the States and runs a property company, in fact 2 property companies. He builds real estate and he also has a rent-to-own company. So I guess I've been steeped in property for the last 30 years, and I've always had a particular interest in the USA. Now I'm supported by a great team of people, some of whom you can see on the slide here. And if you get to know us, you'll find that you get your own portfolio manager to help understand exactly what your needs are and how they can be satisfied through investment in the USA. But let's start by asking a very big question. And the question is, quite simply, this one word that's on the slide, the word more. I find that a lot of investors are actually held back. They want more money, they want more security, but they don't want to do the things that are necessary to get it. And what are these things? Well, it's an inability to make decisions, often because investors are naturally concerned that they don't have all the information. That's something that this series of presentations, I hope, will eliminate for you. The second problem investors face is that they're not willing to take action. And here's the challenge. You can learn as much as you want, you can listen to as many people as you want, but at the end of the day, nothing's going to change in your life until you take that step and you take action. And my second goal for this series is to take you to a place where you can take that action in relative comfort. The third challenge that investors face is uncertainty. They're uncertain because they don't know everything. And the truth is, neither do I. There's a lot I don't know. My view about that is you need to get to the stage where you can know enough to make a good decision. You'll never know everything. And the final challenge that investors face is the challenge of commitment. How do you actually build a plan and then work hard to make it happen? The moment the going gets tough, investors change their minds, because things aren't always easy and straightforward. What I can say is that if you can overcome these 4 challenging concepts and decide to take action, make decisions, deal with uncertainty and get committed, then the USA is going to show you some very, very great rewards. The final point I would make is that one of the biggest drivers for us is our passion. What's your passion? What is it that gets you out of bed in the morning? Mostly I talk to investors, particularly new investors, when they've got to a point of being fed up with their lives. They have had enough of where they have been in the past, and they are sure about where they want to go in the future. So that's a little bit about the motivation and the challenges that investors face. Let me tell you that if you work with Axis, my company, you will have your hand held every step of the way. We help you from the moment you look at a property and consider whether it's for you, right through the buying process until it completes. And we make sure that you have the professional support and the people the contacts with the people that you need to know absolutely all the time. We'll also keep you informed with market updates, and your portfolio manager will have a personal relationship with you so that we can show you exactly where to go and what to do and what opportunities come up. So, enough about us and enough about you for now. Let's talk about the USA. And let me set the scene by giving you 4 key things that you can achieve in the USA if you make that decision to invest in property. First of all, we'll show you how you can buy houses for $25,000. We could show you how to buy houses for $1,000 or $2,000, but there would be very good reasons not to do that. We've set this as our minimum benchmark, and there are very good reasons which I'll explain later. What it does mean is that investors with modest amounts of capital can invest in the States at remarkably low prices. The second thing we'll show you how to do is to achieve net rental yields of 20% or more per annum. Now, if you invest in the UK, you will be doing very well to get a gross rental yield of 7–8%, maybe even less if you're in major cities like London. So what we're talking about here is a net rental yield after costs of 20% or so. That is a phenomenal return on your money, and if you've got money in savings accounts, bank accounts earning you 1, 2, 3%, here is something that could be earning you 5, 7, 10, even 15 times more than that account does. Something else we'll show you, for those of you who are impatient to earn money, is how to earn around $10,000 in 4 to 6 months, 120 to 180 days. We have a strategy for a quick turnover, what the Americans would call flipping. It's working really well even in this depressed market. We'll talk about that later. And finally, we'll introduce you to some markets in the States where realistically you can get a return on your capital of 200% or more in 3 to 5 years. Now, if you take these things together, we think that the USA is an astonishing place to invest right now, and we hope that if you stay with us and you listen through this series of videos, you'll believe that too. So what are the 3 things that we're going to look at? We're going to look at 3 different strategies. One is accelerated capital growth. That's the 200% in 3 to 5 years I mentioned before. The second is robust cash flow. If you want to earn money every month, month after month, we'll look at where you can earn up to 20% a year net after costs. And finally, we'll look at the quick cash profit strategy, turning your money round in 4 to 6 months with typically a $10,000 profit every time you do it. Finally, in this section, if you don't know the US, let's just introduce you to the big picture. I mean, this is the world's largest economy. Around 20% of the world's GDP passes through the States. It's a very politically stable and secure country. What we would call a blue chip country, very little risk, very stable environment. But at the same time, they are experiencing an enormous recession, and house prices in many parts, not all, many parts of the USA have literally fallen off a cliff. It is actually that situation which has created the opportunity. And it's finding those special situations where profit can be above average that's our focus at Axis. And that's what we're going to introduce you to in this series. So, we've taken a little look at Axis, learnt a bit about the States, even asked you to take a look at yourself and what you're about and what you're intending to achieve. What we're going to do in the next video is to look in depth at the USA, why it's great to invest there, and in particular, why it's great to invest now. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.